Well, good afternoon. This is Betty Meredith, President of the Retirement Resource Center, a retirement education and training company for financial professionals, their clients, and consumers. And I'm happy to be your host today for Federal Employees Retirement Benefits Overview with Emmanuel Eleazan of Eleazan Wealth Management. This session will help you understand the federal employee retirement landscape by providing an overview of the key aspects of the federal employee retirement benefits. It will also help equip you with key factors affecting federal employees during retirement. And additionally, you will also learn a little bit more about the recent layoffs and the retirement options that people had available to them, resulting from the government efforts to reduce the workforce. And Emmanuel will also talk about several tools and resources that can serve as a starting point for those interested in serving federal employees. Emmanuel Eleazan is the founder and CEO of Eleazan Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor firm in Centennial, Colorado. He is a speaker and adjunct professor of personal finance at the Leeds School of Business at the Colorado University of Boulder, and a business consultant, a published author, and a community leader. Emmanuel is passionate about financial education and bridging the wealth gap in America. He holds a master's degree in organizational leadership and project management from Regis University and is a graduate of Yale's School of Management's Executive Education Program. He is happily married to his high school sweetheart, Delise, and is a resident of Castle Rock, Colorado, where he is blessed with 7 children. So, Emmanuel, thanks for being here with us today, and we'll now turn it over to you.
Thank you, Betty. Thanks so much for inviting me. Hope you can hear me still. And thank you all for being here today. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to share with you. So today we'll be discussing a big overview of what the benefits look like. Our key learning objectives, frankly, first of all, just to help you demonstrate the working knowledge and understanding of federal benefits. I know we may not be able to go through all the details and nuances, but this should give you a good overview of how the benefit looks like, get you just a working understanding of the federal employees' retirement benefits. Also, it should create a sense of confidence, I would say, that you can be able to have a productive conversation with a federal employee if you happen to meet them or you find that you would like to maybe service them or help them, that this should be a good starting place for you. But also, as a third element, I feel like you discover and feel equipped with some of the resources I'll be sharing here to enable you in preparing perhaps to start the journey of helping federal employees in their retirement journey themselves. I have contributed a lot in the industry in terms of just sharing my insights and ideas, and some of the places that I have mentioned is what is shared on the screen through media inquiries over the years. So, as you may very well be aware, that the federal employee is pretty much, they are a unique workforce. They are not like your typical workforce, whether even the regular public in the traded companies or the private sector. A federal employee is pretty unique in how they operate. They are massive. They are perhaps all over the country and all over the world, if I may say. So if you want a number, just as a big picture, we may count well over 2 million federal employees as we speak. That is a big number of an employer that has that many people that they oversee, that their retirement is always an issue as we speak now. We're talking about some of the changes they are still proposing about the visa that they had offered not too long ago. So as a fact, federal employees are a lot. And therefore, if you're a financial professional and you're looking for ways to serve new people in different ways, they are one sector of our industry that we can really bring value to. Now, even though there are a lot and spread over the country, I realize that most of them, we may think federal employees, perhaps they're only in Washington. If you hear federal employees, you only think about Washington. But in actual fact, just barely about 20% of them are actually in the Washington area. Most of them are actually all over the other parts of the country. 80% of them are outside of the Washington area. So geographically speaking, you should say that they can be found wherever you may be yourself. Now, I know that because of the way the federal government operates, not just United States, but outside of the United States, you find some other people that are working in different other countries. But for the most, 28% of the Fed employees are just in the United States, and just a few of them are perhaps outside of the United States. I don't know which part of the United States you may be, tuning here today from, but for the most part, you find that on the East Coast, Washington area, Virginia, the other places where they are concentrated a lot. I am personally in Colorado. So here in Colorado, just shy of 40,000 Fed employees are said to be in our region. So if you take a second and look at a map as it's distributed, you will find whichever state that you are practicing from, or perhaps you have other team members you are building in other states, they are all over the country that they need to be helped, they need to be served. And I believe that through this exercise today and this presentation, you gain the necessary tools and confidence to be able to reach out in different ways to be a help to them.